Just in Atterdale, on my way up to Point Walter on a very rainy afternoon in Perth. It's pouring down. I hope the place is open I want to get into. But it's late in the afternoon, but there may still be somebody there, hopefully. I'll try and get in and get what video I can to show everybody. Anybody that might be interested that used to stay at the Point Walter camp up here when it was a migrant hostel. Well folks, this is as good as I'm going to be able to do. They won't let me film inside because they've got some school camps on in there today, because that's what this place is used for now. This was the side of the old hostel. So all the original buildings were apparently torn down back in '86. And now it's just used for different school camps and things like that. But this was the exact spot where the old hostel used to be. So it's just all these holiday chalets things now. All the kids groups stay in that come up from the country for different events and school camps. Like I say, this is as close as I can get. The security guard couldn't let me in. He said if there was no kids camping here at the moment, he could take me through, but they've got regulations about filming the kids and all that, which you could probably understand. But yeah, this gives you some idea at least what the place looks like, and it's backed onto by this community centre. It's probably looks like a daycare centre or something. But yeah, all the original buildings are gone. Like I say, 1986 they were taken down, the last ones. And all these things were built in their place. So I'm sorry I couldn't get anything better than that for everybody to see, but it gives you some idea what the site looks like now anyway. Now I'm just heading down the hill to the where the car park and everything is, the old swimming area where that used to be. I've shown a little bit of this once before on an earlier video. I'll try and get a bit more detail filming here. It's an awful day for filming with this weather that we've got at the moment, but not much I can do. I live a fair distance from here, so I just wanted to grab it while I was up this way. This is the foreshore area that you'd all remember. Can't even see the city in the distance because of the rain. They put a bit of a boat ramp in here as well. But just about here was where everybody used to come down swimming. They put all these rocks in and gardens and everything, lawns. I don't know if that little jetty was out here back in those days. I can't remember it when we used to come down here as kids back in '68. But just about round here was where the area where everybody came swimming, and just back up here there used to be the little shop that sold ice creams and cold drinks and things like that. Now you can see behind there's a toilet block and everything, and then there's a restaurant a little bit further up where we'll go. This is the big car park area that's been put in. Probably a pretty popular spot in the summertime. Yeah, they've carted in all these rocks and put them here. This was just sand going right down to the water years ago, that most of you would remember. And this just leads around to the toilet blocks. I used to do security patrols around here about 15 years ago, and they get a hell of a lot of damage done around here on the weekends. Looks like they finally learned their lesson. Yeah, as I say, there was tons of damage done around this place every weekend. Just the vandals getting in, graffitiing and smashing up the toilets and damaging the fronts of the shops and breaking all the flower boxes and things. The usual idiotic rubbish. That's the licensed restaurant that's down here now. During the summertime they've got tables and chairs and umbrellas out the front for al fresco dining. Just looking across the foreshore on the other side of the river. That would have all been built up in the years since all the migrants were here. Most of the houses around this area have all been rebuilt. Massive big places. It's situated in Atterdale, which is a very expensive area of Perth. Little kiddies play area outside the cafeteria here. That's where I was on the last video with my friend Peter. We went up that hill, looked at that sculpture. But just up the hill there is where people would have come down from the hostel to go swimming. Put a couple of these little walkway things here. I don't know what purpose they serve. They're not exactly jetties, they hardly go out of the water anywhere, but yeah, don't know what the idea of those is. That's councils for you though, they come up with all these weird things that they spend ratepayers' money on. Some sort of weird structure they put down on the foreshore here. Oh yeah, just explaining about Point Walter, the history of the place, and Blackwall Reach, which is just around the corner. No mention of the migrant hostel though. And here's the sandbar that a lot of you would be familiar with at the far end of Point Walter. It's still here. That's going around towards Blackwall Reach, some will be expensive houses crowding the cliffs around the shoreline. I've just come up the top of the hill. This is the parkland that's up here now. It probably wasn't like this back in the 50s and 60s. It's just looking back down to the back of the restaurant. Some sort of playground through there, and that's through there is the camp which used to be the hostel. Anyway, that's Point Walter, how it looks today. What I was able to show you anyway. Pity I couldn't get into the side of the old hostel, but security couldn't let me in because of all the kids that are there. It's just their policy, which I can understand, to do any videoing or anything like that. But there's not really that much to see. Like I say, it's just those chalets that I showed you that are used as part of the camp now. All the original stuff's gone. It's all got torn down in '86, the last of it apparently. Anyway, that's Point Walter, and I hope it's been of some interest to everybody out there that was billeted here when they first arrived in Australia. That's probably some of the original bushland that led down this way. You've probably all come down through here to get to the swimming spot. Probably the only original piece left.